there, how's it going? SolarLune here. How is everybody doing today? So in case you don't know, I'm an independent wannabe hobbyist kind of game developer, just kind of making games and stuff for fun. And yeah, I'm going to be live streaming some engine development this time, I think. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go with this. So yeah, let me know if it's too loud or anything, but otherwise, yeah, let's keep going. So I'm not sure why exactly IntelliJ IDEA is doing this. It seems like with the last update, it definitely like did this thing where it always opens menus in like the dead center of the window. I don't know why, but it's certainly doing it. I don't know why it's doing it, but it certainly is doing it. Let's see. Yeah, and there's no updates, right? Nope. Okay. So yeah, this is gonna get annoying. Oh, this is gonna get really annoying. Okay. It must be doing something. Hold on. It might be setting in my Windows, like windowing settings or something. I'm not sure what I'll do if I can't actually like solve this. Yeah, I cannot actually. All right. And like IDEA is really like a good editor for this. I'm not sure why it's not opening these windows correctly. It definitely should be. Yo, Afix Entertainment donates $20. Good night. We need to collaborate sometime, bro. Great work, loving. Oh snap! Hold on. Great work, loving gear and so far. Thank you. Thank you so much. Me Mistake says, "What are you programming this with?" I'm gonna be using Java. That's at least what I'd like to use. I don't know why it's doing this. This is such a pain. All right, I'll have to do something else. I might have to use a different editor. Hold on. Do I have Atom? Nope. Do I have code? I don't have Visual C VS Code on here. That's surprising. Let's see. All right, so I'll have to figure something out. Give me some time. In the meantime, let's get something going on the main screen here. Lottie says, are you thinking about moving away from Godot? No idea. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with Godot, really. It's a fine engine. Yeah, it's a fine engine. There's nothing really wrong with Godot. Afix says he started with BDX first. Gearand is in BDX if I'm not mistaken. That's correct. So yeah, I made Gearand in BDX, and it's been a long time since I actually used BDX, like, really. So yeah. Alright, so it's pulling down Visual C++ code. I'm installing it now. So we'll have that up and running in a couple seconds. There we go. Okay. Mariano Silloy says that background sound is from the music, or is it from a game? If you mean this music, yeah, it's I made it. Apex says I know, but last live stream seems like he wasn't feeling the little kinks Godot has. Yeah, I wasn't feeling it that much. So I just wanted to kind of try something else and work with another tool. No idea if I'm going to stick with this BDX as opposed to... Hold on. I gotta... See, I was kind of depending on like being able to set up my IntelliJ IDEA setup like pretty quickly. I forgot that I hadn't used it in a while. But yeah, it's not working. It's not really working that well for whatever reason. So I'll have to kind of get things together real quick. And I'm sorry. I wish I had done this earlier. I didn't think about it though. My mistake. Okay, let's see if I have this working now. Let's see. Meme Mistake says, what is your favorite game of all time? That's a good question. I really like the Lost Planet series. Believe it or not. I was a huge fan of those games. That's cool. So it actually shows you the last time. Oh, that is really cool, actually. Okay, so let's see if we can actually get this working. So the first thing we're going to do is make sure that we have BDX installed and running with Blender. Doesn't look like it, so we're going to go ahead and need to get to the folder where BDX is. Let me see if I can do this. Hold on. I should show this, so I'll show it when I have it working correctly. There we go. So this folder is where it expects, this is where scripts that you install to Blender go, and this is where it expects to find your BDX, your BDX file folder, which is Like, this is where you download, where either you download the zip file of BDX and put it in, and install it into Blender, or you have a folder that you clone from GitHub and you just point, you can use that itself. So I'm gonna basically make a link, symlink here. So let's go ahead and open the terminal. Make link, or is it ln? ln? Yeah, lnd. Yes. All right. So this made a wait. Okay. So this made a folder to a symlink to a directory, a soft symlink to a directory, which is the BDX folder here. So this is kind of what it expects to find and expects to kind of use and stuff. So that's good. Let's see here. So this is going to be a little bit different, a little bit of a different tool chain and setup because I need to use Ant, which I don't have installed for this. Doesn't look like there is an Ant either. So I'll just have to do it via a terminal, which I don't have. I don't have anything installed. I'm so sorry. Okay. Let's get a terminal installed. Is this the most recent one? Terminal. I thought it was something else like extra terminal or something. Or maybe I'm thinking of something else. I thought it was like extra terminal or super terminal. Alright, maybe not. Let's go with this one. Mariano Suluoy says, if I recall correctly, you can add folders to Blender to search for add-ons. Oh, really? I had no idea. Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So these are like different branches I created. And whenever I do any like engine editing on BDX, I always create branches. Try to create branches to kind of like hold different things. I usually work on multiple things, or used to work on different things at the same time. So like, I had multiple things in minor fixes. So this one had, yeah, fix so that JSON values properties aren't shared amongst game objects. This one had static constant cardinals to vector3f. This one had BDX.delta function. So basically I had different kind of functions for each individual thing. So that's cool. So I'll kind of follow this same process. Okay, cool. So this is good. This is good. This might work better because like I liked IntelliJ IDEA a lot, but it was it's a lot heavier than Code. So I wonder if I could kind of get Code to be a little more of a lighter text editor. It won't. Doesn't seem like it's gonna really respect these variables as well. But I mean, like these like code completion and stuff isn't gonna work as well. But seems like it might be okay. Like that type. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and keep going here. So this should have allowed us to go ahead and pull this up in Blender. So let's try that again. Now it should be an add-on we can enable. There we go. Save. And now there it is. Okay, good. Now let's go ahead and pull in the most up-to-date version of BDX, which we should be able to do from origin, or no, was it master? Master, here we go. So let's check out master, and then let's go ahead and pull fresh. Oops. Let's see, does it have a pull automatically or no? Base, create branch. Okay, so I guess that's not that useful. I think we have to do a git pull, or I guess git. Was it not refresh? What's it called? Git. oh man, what's it called? Where you like wipe all your changes? Oh man, I'm so rusty. Actually, I'm gonna cheat a little bit and pull up IntelliJ ID at the same time. All right, let's see. Rebase, tag, branch, checkout, commit, diff. No, it's the thing. It's the. Afix says I feel like the whole not liking kinks thing. I moved away from a library I used for years because of it recently. Oh, I feel it. Yeah, it's like it's a great engine, but at the same time, like I want it to be kind of smoother and easier to work with, I guess. Revert, that's what it is. Get revert. Jeez Louise. Okay. It says get revert. Identical. So why did it? Okay. So it must be aligning this thing. Let's see. How do I do get revert all? Oh, revert master? I guess this. Get revert. It's merge but no merge options. Okay. I don't remember how to do this, dude. Oh my goodness, I'm so rusty. Actually, well, I guess first let's go ahead and oh man, revert, pull. Yeah, I think it's I would revert and then pull. I don't know why I'm not like able to do that. I'm like thrashing here. All right, let's see. Commit your changes. I guess the rebase is what I'm looking for. I don't know why I'm not quite open repository in remote. Okay. So I guess I'll just do something like this. Rebase interactive branch to remote via terminal. Rebase I. Okay. Stash. I don't know why I can't revert these changes though. This is so different. Okay. Meme mistake says, what does Git do? Basically, it's a version control system. Git reset hard. I'm sorry, I was I wasn't looking at your. There we go. Okay. Someone master, yeah. There we go. Thank you. I was like, I cannot remember how to do this. Good night. Alright. So that should resolve a couple of things. So now ant. There we go. Okay, so this should be a good start. So yeah, Git is a version control system. It's like a SVN or other things, but yeah, it's basically like you can create different. You can kind of control your code and your work. Like if you have, so I would heavily recommend a version control system if you're making a game or any kind of project, because that will allow you to make backups. That will allow you to see history changes and things like that. Like for example, let me see here. Like this. This is a good example. So like this is kind of the history of things that I did for, let me see. Is that it? Is that all the text of that? Let's see. Yeah, so like each of these commits are things that I've done for BDX in the past, and like you can view them to see exactly what they did, what they mean, or what, you know, why they're important, whatever the case is. So like this one fix was a bug fix for something, and you can look on the. I guess I'll show it like this. This might be a little easier because I'm kind of thrashing about trying to explain exactly what it is. Okay, so this is BDX. It's a game engine. It's stored on GitHub, and if you look through the commit log, you can see different changes that people make to improve the engine. You know, commits to, you know, this is an open source project. So what GitHub or what Git is basically it allows you to make commits to like say, oh, I added this, or oh, I changed this. But then also it allows you to push these off into different branches, so you can say, oh, I was doing this and it was working, but then something went wrong. I can roll back to a previous branch and fix it, like determine what, you know, why it's not So yeah, it's a nice little thing. Okay, so that should be it. Okay, so this is built. We should be good to start Blender now. And try running an example file. So let's see what we got here. Oh, that reminds me. I don't have a terminal. Okay, hold on. I'm like going like super deep into my system here, trying to like get everything squared away. Sorry about this, everybody. Oh man, I don't remember how to edit this. Okay. Because I need a terminal for this. All right, we'll just do it like this. There we go. Never mind. Let's see. All right, there we go. Now I got a terminal. So I'm getting an error. Let's see here. Okay, that's correct. It's weird. I'm getting an error here that implies something's not working when it should be. Oh, I see. Okay, never mind. That's something I need to fix. There we go. I should do that. There we go. Okay, now we're working. All right. So at least it's working now. Let's see if this example game, this little game I was working on, is working correctly. Nope. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna try to get this little game I was working on a while ago up and running. Let's see. So there's no such thing as mesh anymore. This is in trail. Alright, I gotta look up the API for this. Hold on. Yeah, it seems to be valid function, so I'm not sure why this is saying it doesn't exist. Unless it's saying num indices don't exist. Oh, okay, now it's vertex count. Okay. Yo, I was about to say. Aw. Sorry guys, I'm having like a lot of trouble right now. I don't know why I didn't try this before today. I've been kind of busy recently. All right, let me see if I can get this up and running. I don't want to waste too much time because I don't actually have that much time. I was gonna finish up maybe around 6:30 or so instead of the usual, or like the 4 hours I had been doing before. And I wonder if I should just use IntelliJ like this, as awkward as it is. Yeah, it's still really good at code completion. Let's just go with that for now. Okay, so let's see exactly what this is kind of going on, because for whatever reason this little example game is not loading. So let's see what happened. So somewhere in the process of making the mesh, when it actually goes to create the model, let's getting an invalid a null pointer exception on line type 97, which is this. Okay, it might be that the... Let's try reloading Blender, hold on. Nope. Alright, let's see here. This is so bad. This is so bad. Ugh, this is so bad. For some reason, there's no materials for this mesh. Let's see, what's going on? It's probably something that I forgot to do, but I'm not sure what that is. Let's see. Oh, okay. Hold up. Alright, let's see here. For some reason this is crashing. Something is... Oh, here we go. Okay, this is a different error. Alright, so it looks like I got through the previous issue. I just have to remove the profile or like exported scenes basically, because it looks like something changed between the last version of BDX and this one. So that explains that. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Let's see. Invalid descriptor G left. Really? Let's see. What? Actually, I know that that happens sometimes when, like, my computer's under heavy load. For some reason, it just, like, Sunbox just does not keep time on my computer. Let's see. Okay, system controller. So let's actually open. Okay, this is such a pain. So what happened with the gamepad input maps? That's no longer a valid thing. Let's see. Is this because I don't have a gamepad? It must be because I don't have a gamepad connected. So it's like, what? What's a gamepad? Okay. We'll just assume that there's no... We'll cut this out for now. I guess the easiest thing to do would be to just plug in a gamepad, actually. Even though I don't think that that should be necessary. we go. Have a gamepad. Plugged it in. Let's go and see if this works. Nope. Invalid descriptor G left. Why is it invalid? Somebody changed some things around in here. Let's see. Okay, so something's like not working right, I think here. Let's see. GLS left. G left. Does it have to have a number now? G right. Yep. Somebody didn't do this right. You're not supposed to have to put in the number. Filing a bug. Oops. Whoops. I closed the chat. I closed everything. My computer's fan is going overboard. Alright, let's see. Okay, so yeah, this is an example of, there we go. This is an example of a bug. So you're not supposed to have to put a 0 there. You're supposed to be able to just put G left instead of G0 left. So we can fix that. So what we'll do, and my workflow's all janked up, dude. This isn't what I'm used to. Why does everything open over here? I don't get this. Why does this happen? Alright, let's go with minor fixes. And let's rebase that off of master. So now master, and this should be the same. Master and minor fixes are both here. Okay, good. So now we're on minor fixes. So let's go ahead and fix this. So this regex is incorrect. This here, you're not supposed to have to put in a number. So G0 through 9. Fine. I don't quite get why he did this, because the person who did this, like, the way it was before wasn't really that heavy. I mean, maybe in terms of speed it was, but in terms of like complexity, it wasn't really that complex. Like you look at what he did here. I just had like if a string contains G, and he did if pattern.compile G0 through 9 .matcher D0 fine. So this just basically says the same as this. So I don't see why he did that, because it's like, why? I don't get why, because I don't get it. There's no point. You can just say if it contains G, right? Yeah, this was just a bug, I think. This was genuinely a bug. I'm just gonna go back. I'm gonna say else if T0 that contains G. I'm just straight up not gonna allow that. For some reason the terminal used to be up here, but it's not here anymore. Alright, so I think I should do it. Let's see. Yo, it's working. So let's go ahead and actually see what this was. This was kind of like an arcade game I was working on. I died. Where the goal was kind of like to plant mines and blow enemies up like that. So it was about kind of positioning and timing and all that stuff. And there you go. Simple as can be. So yeah, that's the idea of the game. So this actually works pretty well. Yeah, this is not bad at all. Something's flashing over on my other screen. I am like not able to see it until I look away. It's just the wallpaper that's great. So anyway, yeah, this was kind of something I was working on in BDX. So yeah, I'm not sure why this is done. So I'm just gonna go ahead and commit. Control K. Let's actually go back because he imported regex here. We don't need that anymore. Commit it. So now we're committing this change, which is basically changing this pattern compile back to just a contains check. Actually, it might be a good idea to look at the history to see why he did that, because I don't get why he did it. Oh, me mistake says I gotta go. Sorry, man. I wish I could have done more on stream. I'm slow, super slow. Let's see here. It was sometime in December they did this. Let's see. Alright, so it looks like this was actually like done for a reason. So I'm gonna, rather than just committing this and pushing it, I'm gonna post on to the issue that talks about this a little bit. So I'll show it here. So the previous user, the person who made this commit, basically was talking about kind of having something other than G. You know, if he wanted a virtual gamepad or something like that, something that contains a G, but not just G, then it won't detect it properly. So that's what it kind of was supposed to be, but it's not working, I think. Hey, G left no longer identifies an input as a gamepad. As left a gamepad. You have to specify a number. Okay. So, yeah, that's fine for now. So, one thing that we might want to do is check out Dang, I kind of wanted to work on like armatures on stream, but the thing about armatures is, if I recall, I made it like a lot of different like changes and things. Let's see, let's revert this. I made a lot of different changes to armatures to get armatures working, so I'm not sure if that'll actually be something that can just like work, or if I'll, let's see, let's try, let's make a new branch. We'll call this armature working, and we'll fast forward it to master. Yeah, wasn't able. Oh wait. Oh man, did it work? Okay, let's see. Okay, that worked. Nehemiah Daker says compiling regex is usually faster. That's cool. If so, that's good. But the thing is, like, defining input is something that you really rarely do in a game. You probably won't do it more than once. Like, you shouldn't be doing this all the time, so it doesn't need to be necessarily fast. So like this process, I mean, I see his thought process, or you know, why he did it before now, but like or I see it, you know, why he did it before, but like there's, you know, speed shouldn't really matter when you're talking about just defining inputs. Like, that's not that big of that critical of a thing. Okay, so let's see, this should have actually worked with armatures. Let's go ahead and see if we can get that up and running. Let's see, do I have any tests with armatures? Nope. Doesn't look like I do. So we'll just make this for now. Let's do that. Let's do that. And this is kind of slow just because Nehemiah Dicker says, I got here late. Why isn't this handled by an input library? I'm not sure what you mean. Tests. Let's see, Blender. Android. Oh, I was gonna say, I'm doing this like this right now, but you don't, if you were making a game normally, you wouldn't have to do this. This is just because so it looks like there's something that changed between how mesh is loaded and were exported previously and how they are loaded and exported now. So it's just, you have to kind of do that so that it re-exports them and imports them correctly. Alright, so that's fine. So that works fine. So now the real question comes in, because we want to have an armature. So let's go ahead and add a Actually, that reminds me to double check on this. Let's close this down. We don't need this for now. So the way I did armatures was basically the process of exporting. I just now, like, I would just export to... Oh shoot, hold on. Yeah, okay. Install Python. But yeah, I would export to like a FBX and then import from that, or export to directly to a G3DJ or G3DB file and import from that. Because when libgdx imports those, it automatically imports the animations too. So it's easier to just use the import process to load the meshes, the textures, and the animations than writing your own animation code. That's what I thought, and that's what I still think. But now that I'm not really concerned about time, I can just write the animation thing. That could be something I might do. Okay, so there we go. All right, so now, because yeah, what I added this time around, I don't know why the format is completely different compared to how. There we go. That's what I'm used to. All right. Yeah, I'm used to that little tab there, I guess. All right, now I can kind of switch a little more easily. So with the armature. Well, this might be doing something, so let's let this finish. Yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look and see how this armature process works. So we have export, run, we have create project, we have exporter. Let's see, FBX. Okay, yeah, this is not what I wanted. I want armature working. Is the FBX export process. Yo, did I never get this working or something? Let me see. Didn't I like do a preliminary armatures? Yeah. Oh, export meshes armature. And export meshes too. Okay, so that's why it's not armature working then. Which means I can delete this one. Alright, so let's go with export meshes armature. Check out. Is armature working can be deleted. Cool. Alright, so this is, yeah, this is where we were. Alright, so this is kind of the interesting part, because I basically relied on exporting to FBX, and that process is a little jank. It's not quite as simple and as straightforward as it should be to just export to an FBX file and import, because it's like you have to convert from an FBX file to a G3D file, and yeah, it's just not as simple as it really should be. Lots of moving parts. So now this should be what it looks like. Let's see. Although it's gonna crash out because yes, okay. Of course it does. So yeah, this is something that I'll have to take a look at later. This is, I kind of forgot how like hard it was to do all of this and what exactly I was doing and all that stuff. It's, man, it's just like there's so, because like when I was thinking about this and working on this, exporting meshes to you know, basically exporting meshes to a file, then importing from that file after conversion to another format, like it had to go that process, because otherwise we would write the mesh code ourselves and the animation code ourselves, and the animation code I was not looking forward to writing. Although it seems like it might be easier to just write the code to export the animation than dealing with all this FBX stuff. Just because, like, it's kind of hard to know exactly how this works. Like, it's not hard to know how it works, but it's like there's kind of edge cases, and it's kind of nasty. So yeah, okay. So I'm gonna have to come back to this later, I think. I'm gonna have to come back to this later. It's a little bit much. What we will do is, let's see, because yeah, there's so much like here to get through, to just wade through. Like, I have to get familiar with Java again. There's stuff that I need to work on, definitely, but I want to kind of build up some momentum and work on this again. I don't know, and this mess is just getting on my nerves. I don't know why it does that, why it opens the menu in the dead center of the window. It just does. I have no idea why. Okay, so what we're gonna do, because I don't want to end just yet, I want to do something at least. I want to work on some music. So sorry for the bait and switch. Sorry for the bait and switch, but we're going to do something else. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're gonna make. Actually, I was kind of working on like this mech, like this like armored core mech opera, rock opera thing, like drum step D&B, like just like armored core stuff. Alright, that's not bad. So that's a good start, I think, for like a mech, like a roving mech kind of song. So that's the first 3 chords. So. Nehemiah Jaker says, try listening to the Bomberman Hero soundtrack for inspiration. Dude, Bomberman Hero has some like sick music, man. G3. Raz Edge says, I assume you just like making a ton of different stuff. It seems like you've been all over the place lately. Yeah, I like making a ton of different styles and stuff. If I stuck to one, I probably would get way better at it. But at the same time, there's so many different things I'd like to try making. So many different songs and music genres I want to try touching. So it's hard to stick with just one type. Man, I kind of forgot how good, like, just a really simple synth that just has like a little bit of release, like just using some mild patch settings, actually sounds really good. That's not bad. Like, that sounds enough like a rushing, what do you call it? Like a giant mech, giant mech battle theme. Like, that's good enough. That's pretty good. Let's see. So what I need to do is get better at like composing and stuff, because it's like it's definitely like, you definitely see when you compose and it's like, oh yeah, that actually like sounds like a pretty good thing that I put there, compared to when you just kind of like make a beat out of just layers. Layering is not hard to do. It's hard to compose. That's why I always have trouble with. Let's see. Let's try blocking this one out a little bit. I haven't really done anything with this song. I really just like the bass. Like, that's like the best part. This is so funky. Let's see what happens if I were to try to like recompose this. So same instruments, we'll not keep the drums or anything. We'll start from fresh. Well, yeah, we'll start from fresh. This sounds like it could be pretty good. Alright, that sounds good. That sounds good. I think we need to kind of let it groove a little bit on a little bit more though. Oh, that's not right. I actually like that a lot, that it doesn't follow the baseline that it should. That actually sounds pretty cool, so I'm going to keep that. But once it gets here, it should go up, not down. This should go down to F. And then this is G. And then A, G, and we can go down to F. Maybe just chill there. Let's try that. Lucretia says, I thought it was BDX today. Yeah, I was having like major technical difficulties, and I have to refamiliarize myself with stuff. Like, for whatever reason, I was just like, like I would go to IntelliJ IDEA, and the menus weren't opening up right. It was just like, it was a lot of stuff was not working quite right. So I was like, okay, well, let me go ahead and basically I can kind of fix whatever I need to fix off screen, and we could just do something else rather than seeing me bumble around trying to find something to do or something. I can have a, you know, an actual project that I need to work on. I wanted to like work on like what's the word? Can't think what it's called. Armatures today, but yeah, it was like not really working out. Like in order to implement armatures, either I would have to like actually write an exporter for animations, which is a pretty heavy deal, or kind of like update the existing armature system for BDX, like the current way that meshes work and stuff, which is, it's just like neither one is like a really easy job. I wanted to kind of get it done, but I don't think I think it's kind of a heavy, like a big thing. So I kind of wanted to like have setup done and kind of scout out my options and stuff, rather than trying to have like an exploratory stream where I'm just like trying to figure out exactly what's going on. So sorry. Last change of plans kind of thing. Or maybe I just need to be less scared about what having my stream just be like me doing nothing, just going, why isn't this working? What should I do? That kind of works. Let's go with that. I actually like that like inverted, rather than playing it like that, just a straight triad. You could kind of drop it down. So instead of going A C E, you go C D. I'm sorry, C E A. Let's see here, so instead of let's try isolating just the chords. Lucretia says, I dig the plans change of plans. I'm glad to hear that. Stepa says, you will do some pixel art today? Probably not. I don't have that much time. I was just going to be streaming for just a couple hours because I have something to do later on today. Rails Dev says, have you tried the Godot integration with VS Code? I did. It didn't, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like super complete, as I recall. I don't remember exactly why I didn't stick with it. I'll have to try it out again to kind of see. See, so instead of goes and then E, which I do not have a key for. Okay, so we'll just copy paste. This is like the most kind of boring part of making music, is just like the kind of the, like, I know which chords I probably want to go with. I just have to actually put them in there. Also, I'm late to seeing this. Well, he retracted his statement. Me mistake posted something and then retracted it. He just said, I'm back. So, hello. How's it going? All right. So I guess I can make that a G, yeah, G sharp. That did not work. slice. Okay, there it is. Stepa says, "This is so neat. Did you study music theory?" Nope. I should have, because this isn't that great. Thanks, but it could be a lot better. I want it to be really kind of epic and dramatic and stuff, and it's just not sounding good at all to me right now. Grassbat says, "Sunbox is free, right?" Yep. On Windows, Mac, Linux, and other devices except for mobile. Mobile you have to pay, but everywhere else is free. He's free. So I think what I'm gonna have to do, because I don't really like how that sounds. I gotta play maybe chords in kind of knowledge of what the notes, like the lead, what the lead's doing. I kind of have to take that and see what chords kind of support that.
Maybe I should, yeah, maybe I should hang more. It's not bad. Drums aren't great, but the pattern's not helping. Alright, this is like a good start. This ain't bad. This ain't bad, but I feel like this should be maybe higher. And I could have this in here. Alright, and then so it's like I like this a lot, actually. This is not bad at all. this is kind of useful to know. You want to make sure that you don't cross over your octaves a lot, like the audible octaves, like the bass line, what the bass line's doing. And what this lead is doing. They don't cross over, but if I lower the lead by an octave, you can't, it's hard to hear. It might be because of the chords, not the bass. Let's see. Yeah. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. So if I were to cut out the chords. That works. So actually we'll have one where there's no chords and it's just the bass and the lead. Yeah, it's not bad. Yes. Alright, this is not bad. Yeah, that's pretty good. Nice. That actually sounds like really cool. Because like before it was kind of drab. I made the tempo way too fast. Let's see. That's pretty good, actually. It still sounds pretty good. I might keep that around as just like an alternate version or something. Lucas just says, this is sounding super, super tight. Thank you. Thank you very much. I have a couple other songs kind of in the same feel that I'm kind of trying to push for. Video game sounding songs and stuff. Unfortunately, this will have to be the end. I have something I need to do. So thank you very much nonetheless for stopping by. Sorry, whoops, I couldn't do more BDX stuff. I really need to prepare for that next time. So I definitely will. I'll have something next time I do BDX game dev. I'll try to have everything nice and set up so that nobody, is looking forward to it and doesn't get it. That's no fun and no fair. So sorry for anyone who was expecting BDX stuff. I wasn't expecting it to be kind of as difficult as it turned out to be. But yeah, yeah. So sorry about that. But fortunately, this song turned out pretty well. Viciado M. Guarana says, sounds like a Mega Man theme. Very good. Thank you. And it does, yeah. That's kind of what I was going for. It was kind of like a active action battle kind of theme. And it turned out that way, which is nice. So anyway, yeah, it's been fun. It's been real. I'll have to leave, but thank you very much for stopping by. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll have better stuff and more stuff next week, next Sunday, here on my YouTube channel. If you want to support me, please feel free to donate whenever you can on the chat, or purchase anything through Itch or Steam or whatever, Patreon, whatever is there. There's links in the description. Alright, thank you. See ya, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.